Joker's back in town!
It's the last laugh with your host, King Joker.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
What's up, Dueling Amino family? Here I am again, show number 2 of season 1. That's right, y'all getting 2 shows out of me today, so enjoy. All right, man. On with me to box tonight, man, is my second guest of season 1 tonight, man. We just talked to Duke a little while ago. Awesome guy to talk to. Over here, we have a man from another land who's been to another land. Well, apparently it's hot as a desert. Of course, man, I am talking about the one and the only, man, Bunz Glazing. Awesome guy, awesome card player, man. Bunz, how you doing tonight, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing wonderfully, man. Thanks for coming on the show, man. I really appreciate this.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I've always wanted to do one since I saw your first episode in Asia.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean I'm famous in Asia too, huh? Oh, we like the Joker, yes. Oh, damn. All right, then. I hear you, brother. Well, first of all, man, I'm glad you're back safely.
Yeah, I had some rough times during the trip, but glad to be back now. Back in my own room.
I bet. Where it's not hotter than hell.
Yeah, man. I mean, anyway, I didn't have time to, like, play or grind while I was in Vietnam, but I had some time to look at the furries and stuff, so...
Yeah, right on. Right on. So let's go ahead and jump right on in, man. Now that you're back and you've had a chance to check out the new box, which I'm sure you've done.
Yeah, I have.
What's your impression of it, man? What do you think about it?
Honestly, I can give my thoughts right now since it's like the first or second day.
Mm-hmm.
But I have some high hopes for this box. I see when I was first looking at the box, I saw Megalo Smasher X, and I immediately thought of a Dino deck. Because with Dinosaur Kingdom, you get a 2300 beater.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we finally got Sky Galloping Gaia, so that'll be a fun deck to play, since I'm sure Red Eyes is making a comeback with the buffs, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Moving from the box, I see more Gem Knights, which is disappointing since we didn't get Brilliant Fusion.
Right.
But still. There are some combos with Lady Brilliant Diamond that I won't get into now, but it involves Dirty Burn, so yeah. You know, see, moving right along, I see Dust Tornado, which is some good spell trap removal.
Mm-hmm.
If you pay to win for the box, but honestly, it's not that appealing since we already have Cosmic Cyclone.
Right.
I see Battery Mans. Those, I don't know. I know that Ushi is a big fan of them.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't really see anything else worth mentioning in the box.
Not even the lava monsters, or
those will need some time to look at, you know.
yeah, no, go ahead.
Right now, the meta is mostly on OTKing the opponent and getting, like, setting up a board as fast as possible. And I feel that Laval is too small or too slow for that.
Kind of like the Steel Swarm monsters.
Yeah, but I don't know. Steel Swarm has some good combos, so I want to see if Laval can do that.
I'm sure it can in a roundabout sort of way. I mean, they're already calling Fur Hires the new Sylvans, so.
Honest, I don't see Fur Hires as that. I made an alt account just to get some gems to open for Sylvans.
Mm-hmm.
And first impressions of the deck, it's fast, it's good, but if you don't draw into B in your first few turns, you have a high chance of losing.
Mm-hmm.
But like B is honestly probably the best searcher in the game, just because of how consistent it can be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still shocked that they gave us B. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, when I saw Out of Dark Souls and I was looking at the fur hires, I was like, Beat's never coming to Duel Links, and as an SR too, like, and out of a mini box, that's honestly probably, I'm gonna say, the best deck right now.
Nice.
Just because of, yeah.
Most definitely, man. That's sounds like a good deal, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of other decks, I was on the Duel Links meta website yesterday, and I saw Masked Heroes at tier 1, and I thought that or I didn't think that was possible because of the Celestial and Econ nerf.
Right.
But now thinking about it, taking the Econs out and taking a Celestial out, it gives you more room to run, like, you can now run Malicious in the 20 card D hero deck because you can't run the Deciders anymore. Or not the Deciders, the Destinies. Or Celestials, what am I doing? I'm probably going to test that out in the near future. But other than that, I mean, Rez is probably going to make a comeback since we have Spirit at 3. All the consistency skills got nerfed, which I don't know. I don't think Konami should have done that.
No, I don't know what Konami is doing nowadays, man. I mean, they're making some really weird calls.
Honestly, like bringing back Cyrus, like all of us want Ubel. I know that. And Ubel has been leaked. She's in the game, her and Zane, but I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think with all things, man, it'll just be a matter of time before Ubel comes in. I mean,
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean they've already given us Zane too, so.
Have they? I haven't been here for a while. I know that they gave us Esperova, which I missed. Still salty about that.
Yeah.
But, did they give us him? Yeah.
I believe so. I think so. I'd have to log into my DL to confirm that, but
yeah, I'm on DL right now.
Yeah, I want to say yes.
Looking at challenges, I don't see Zane, but probably wrong. You know?
Yeah. Well, then again, I might be wrong. You never know. Yeah, it won't be the first time I've been wrong, and it definitely won't be the last. So.
yeah, it's okay, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Cyrus was gonna be good, but
Yeah, as it turns out, man, Cyrus is getting smacked around like everybody else is. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But, I don't know. So about the cash tournament, I can see lots of big names trying to enter.
The cash tournament?
Yeah. The ones Hellfire is hosting. Let's see. Looking into the chat, I can see that, let's see, Saber. Big names, Boom Shot. Krona too. He's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, what else is there?
Well, I don't know who's putting up the money for the cash, but it ain't gonna be me. I'm sorry, folks. That was a horrible joke. It's horrible, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It was a cheap joke about cash. Yeah, I know. I just made it worse.
No, it's not good. It's okay. About the amino,
Yeah.
scrolling through, I can see the training Karibo event,
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty, I think that Duel Links is slacking on the events recently. Like they introduced Esperoba, they introduced Jinzo, which is probably one of the better things that they've done. But thinking back on this month, what else? There hasn't been anything else that they've done.
Well, there was the Team Duel thing, with the Esperoba Carnival.
Yeah, that was fun, I guess. Didn't get to do it, but from what I've heard, wasn't it you choose teams and you duel for that team in a certain amount of time?
Yeah, like Esperoba would like predict which two ones would be the most greater threat to him, and say, for example, it would be like fiends versus like say machines or something.
Oh. Right.
And you had to pick a faction, which one you wanted to join, either machines or fiends or something like that. And you got bonus points for having fiend monsters in your deck. I mean, you could play with any deck you wanted, but if your deck, the one you played with, say if you joined fiends, if it happened to have fiends in it, then you get bonus points for having the fiend monsters in your deck.
Oh, I see.
And and then there was a ranking thing, whether you'd be like either first or fifth in your team, depending on how many points you had, etc., etc. I mean,
sounds like an interesting.
It was fun to a point. It was all right.
It probably became like all the other events. It just became a grind and not like an event anymore.
Yeah, I mean, once you get over the initial, hey, this is fun type deal, you
get you get Jinzo. What more is there to do?
Yeah, except sit there and keep repetitively playing and for more lack of a better word, working.
True. Yeah. And that's the thing, like. With the events that Konami has been putting out, they haven't tried to make the event interesting in a way to pull people back from the initial, like, for example, a character event, like let's say Jesse. Like, you get Jesse, and what more is there to do? Farm? But then you'd farm everything, and there'd be 5 days left in the event. You wouldn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
So, it would have been better, like, for any event, if they added something where, like, if you max up the event, max up the cards, there to be, like, special missions for you to complete, where you would, like, get a special, like, prismatic card or prismatic ticket or something. Something to help, like, get you interested in the event and not just, oh, it's here.
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean, Chief.
Yeah.
Absolutely. By the way, sorry for keeping you up so late.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I fell asleep this afternoon, so I couldn't go to sleep anyway.
Ah, well. I was going to say, you're up now. May as well. Oh, man. But yeah, man, I don't know.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Duel Links needs to step it up just a little bit. Let's see. I think what they need to do, man, is just go ahead and just give us Obelisk and just call it a day.
Like, give us the other Paddle CD event. Give us Obelisk. Give us 3 copies of each Egyptian god, maybe.
Yeah.
Give us the 3-card emotion for the skill. No.
Right?
Give us 3-star emotion back.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, that was nice.
Like, I've been, thinking about the game.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that, every single time, a consistency, a consistent skill that would help you get the cards you need came out. People would gravitate towards that skill, restart or bounce. As soon as, they didn't come out after the game, but once players saw what that skill could do for bounce, with handless, if you have five monsters in your deck, you'd only start with one. You could abuse Fash Assailant and Swift Gaia.
Mm-hmm.
People saw that, and they used, I'm not gonna say abused, but they used it too much to where I think Konami thought that it was being abused too much, and the variety, the deck variety hasn't there wasn't any deck variety in the higher ranks.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really think about it, to fix that, they released cards that would become the new meta and basically just start the issue all over again.
Mm-hmm.
With the introduction of Sylvans. Sure, you reduced the number of Cyber Angel players, the number of Alien players in Sea-Self Attack, but you still created, a deck that everyone would play and that was easily accessible. What I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. I don't know, man. I mean, I love Duel Links. I love playing Yu-Gi-Oh, man. But Konami's making some really weird choices, man. Putting limitations on cards and stuff like that. It's cool, but it sucks at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're a user of one of those, reduced number cards.
Let's say enemy controller.
Yeah,
I still don't get why Konami nerfed it.
Yeah.
If it was being too, if it was being used too much, then why put it in the SR ticket pool? That would just make it even more easily accessible than from farming Kaiba.
Right.
So I don't see the need. Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, or if they're gonna use it, why bother putting it in the game at all?
Yeah, true. Honestly, I don't agree with Konami's decision to put fur hires in the game. It was a new deck that came out with I don't know if you follow the TCG, but a few months or a month ago, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Konami released a box called Dark Saviors or Dark Souls that introduced fur hires into the TCG. So I don't think that.
So fur hires are. Excuse me. So fur hires are relatively new then.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're half a year old. They're definitely 2 or 3 months old now.
Oh wow!
But I just don't see Konami's decision with putting in the newer archetypes and leaving the older archetypes out. There are definitely some cards in the pool or card pool that definitely need support, but Konami is willingly not plugging those cards in Duel Links, but instead they're introducing newer archetypes that would break the meta and just feed the fire that they've been trying to put down.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, and I have to admit, from my standpoint, seeing the way decks are coming out now and how easily they are getting to be played, it's almost as if, and I think I mentioned this before with Krona, when I had Krona on the show, it's almost as if they're dumbing down the game, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely. the new decks that they're adding in, not taking as much strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, man. I mean,
and honestly,
I was gonna say it's like they're taking away, the joy of strategizing.
yeah, I totally agree. Like, I feel like the cards that they're adding in, it's taking away from the, control. So, one of my favorite deck types is control.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the new cards they're adding in, they're supporting OTK decks. They're supporting, decks that shut off the opponent's strategy.
Mm-hmm.
To where the point where the opponent, if they're not playing a deck that can counter it, it's basically an auto loss for them.
Right.
And I honestly, I thought that counter fairies would, make a comeback because of, this this state of the meta.
Mm-hmm.
But surprisingly, they aren't doing too well, which honestly is a big surprise to me. But then again, I'm the guy who thought the Sylvans were trash, when they first came out.
Well, as it turns out, eventually you're right.
They did take a big blow. We can definitely agree with that.
Oh yeah.
Like Marshall at 2, Econ at 2, Rose at 2.
Yeah.
Konami did successfully kill the deck, but let's think about it. They killed other decks too.
Yeah.
Like Aro Mages. Like, you need your Rose Lovers, you need your Econs, but now what are you gonna do?
Make a very crushing decision on which one you want more.
Yeah. And that brings me to my next, not my next topic, but my next viewpoint, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about Cyber Angels.
Oh, duelets. Those are annoying.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You remember that time with the meta where Cyber Angels ran rampant?
Oh yeah, they were like top supreme.
They were the best deck at a time for a very long time, actually.
Yeah, they were very much like Harpies when they first came out, and Harpies went cancer real fast.
Yeah. So let's look at the ban list, and we'll see. Dakini's at 2, Cyber Petite is at 2, Machine Angel Ritual is at 2. So we're gonna think about this. So let's go back to the KC Cup meta. Tier 1 back then was Skildins, Mask Heroes, and Gearja.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, Cyber Angels I don't even think they were Tier 2 at the time. But Konami still decided to nerf them in a way where they're basically unplayable now. Because you need your Machine Angels, you need your Dakinis, but a big part of that is your Cyber Petite, which is probably the main engine of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at this ban list, nowhere to be found. Spellbook of Secrets, Spellbook of Spellbook of Lives.
Mm-hmm.
That grass looks greener. They nerfed a deck that wasn't doing well, but they let one of the best decks in the game untouched. Konami's not doing a great job with their ban list. As you can see.
I was gonna say I agree. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
Mm-hmm. Also with Champion Vigilance, that I just want free my boy Champion's Vigilance. It's been a year, right? Yeah, it's been a year since it was limited. The meta's gone from Kaibaman, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes. It's time for Champion's Vigilance to come back. Well, same with Woodland Sprite and Golden Bamboo. No, with the addition of the 5,000 life point rule, I don't think the burn decks would do too well in an environment where you're getting OTK, you're getting negated, you're getting stalled.
Mm-hmm.
So just give us back the cards that don't need to be banned and ban the cards that do need to be banned.
Boy, that's going to cut that list down significantly.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying this until they release it, but I'm still fervently hoping for Prohibition. The Prohibition card. Yeah, the Prohibition card.
Wait, give me a second. I'm gonna Google that.
Oh yeah. When you do read the effect, you'll get a kick out of it. It's either a spell card or a magic card. I forgot. It's green. I know that.
It's a spell card.
Uh-huh.
Continue spell activate by declaring one card name. Cards with that name and their effects cannot be used. Cards already on the field are not affected. Oh, so yeah, I don't see why Konami wouldn't add this. This is single-handedly probably the one card that would end, masked heroes for hire. Because Because if you run this and you get it turn 1 before they can summon their beat, before they can activate their mask change.
Oh yeah.
No, you declare your beat Bladesman for hire. They can't do anything. They can't search. All they can, because they need the beat to search out their you Dompa.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest. Beat is the only way to search in a for hire deck. That's why it's like such an important combo piece. Without it, the deck just falls apart. Same with the masked heroes. Without their mask change, it's basically just become Destiny heroes, which is, I think tier 3 or 2. Tier 3, like low tier 2 at best. But yeah, I can see why you'd want this in the game.
Yeah, I foresee a lot of pissed off players. And I know I've said this before too, but I mean, I really hope to God they release that card, if nothing else, but for my own personal amusement. So.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't. I don't see why they wouldn't add it, but I can definitely see why they'd be against it.
Well,
because the whole aspect of declaring like a certain card is going to be really hard for them to program in. Like I just don't see how they would do it.
Well, I look at it this way, man. I mean, if they're going to sit there and chop up, perfectly good decks like that, with limitations and such, then. Why not just add the Prohibition card and let's really make things interesting.
Honestly, like you are totally right.
Let's be real about the thing. I mean, you guys want to keep playing the same old thing, or would you like a challenge?
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
could you say that again? You cut out for me.
I said, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't. I don't make the game. Yeah, I just play the thing. So.
You know what? I make the game because I'm guns blazing.
I heard that.
There we go. So when I first came, April Fool's a while back, I changed my profile picture, I changed my background. I got some people. Won't name any names, but I got a guy who actually thought I was guns. But you can also see with the streamers, like you can see that they're getting bored they're not getting bored, but like they're not as enthusiastic with the game as they used to be.
Right.
Like, you can look at, I don't, it was probably like 3-4 months ago. Decade, he made a video about why Duel Links is dying. On his guns, I think he made one too. Like, if I was Konami in this situation, I'd honestly just, take out, ban beat, ban, everything. And just, add in some spice to the game. Like, where are the vampires? Where are the other elemental heroes, Like...
Yeah.
Say no. Free my voice trends.
Yeah, man, and it's like what I was talking to Duke about. I mean, when I asked him, what kind of different attribute monsters would you like to see? Because primarily right now, I mean, all we're seeing, for the most part, with a few exceptions, are primarily fire and earth monsters.
Yeah, I could agree with that. But, if you get psychics, you get a lot of wind. And I know Ushi and Boom would probably agree with me with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But, I don't know, man. It just seems like, for lack of a better term, man, pickings is getting slim, you dig?
Yeah, definitely.
And
so there is one last thing I kind of wanted to talk about, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
So that's account trading or account selling on here.
Account selling.
So yeah, so that a few months back there was a certain issue. I don't know if anyone remembers it, but there was a certain issue with a guy trying to sell his Duel Links account for like $200.
What?
The post was quickly hidden, but I don't know if these events are related, but there have been some recent posts about people asking for like pre-made accounts, starter accounts,
Uh-huh.
But as a curator and part of the staff, you want to have a healthy environment for your amino. And selling accounts just brings a whole air of suspicion and scammers that you just don't want.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. I mean, it's bad enough. We're doing everything we can now to try to protect our amino family from bullies and such.
Yeah, definitely.
And now we got these guys saying, oh, I'll pay X and X amount for a Duel Links account, pre-made Duel Links account. But yeah, man, I don't know. It seems like everybody's just trying to get over on somebody else one way or another.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just it's a problem that needs addressing. But, you see the amino, they've been actually really good about not selling accounts, not trading. But I'm totally fine if someone, wants to give you their account, willingly. But I don't think we should condone people asking or selling accounts.
No, because...
I have my main account, But from time to time, Krona gave me access to his account for me to farm for him. When he's away, and I think that's totally okay.
Right.
But when you're asking someone to give you their account, they've worked hard on.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. So let me get this straight. You've seen Krona's account?
I have seen Krona's account, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's his card collection like, man? Pretty extensive, I bet. Don't
tell anyone, even though this is getting posted. We found a glitch. that if you quickly switch between two accounts with the Konami ID, some of the cards from one account go onto the other account. So I'm not gonna lie, for about a day I had 4 Gem Knight Master Diamonds. I'm just gonna say that, but Chrome's account's pretty lit,
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It is.
My
and
goodness.
Chrono, if you're watching this,
I'm sure he will be.
I'm sorry. Don't check one of the Esperoba deck lists.
Okay.
You won't like what you find.
Okie dokie then. All right. Well, I'm sure he'll get a kick out of that.
Yes, he will.
Oh man, yeah, that's another thing too, man. I mean, I don't know why it is so hard to switch your account from one device to another. I don't get it. I've tried, and finally I just said to hell with it, and I just keep my account on the phone I have right now, or my old phone, which is a 32 gig internal memory.
I mean, I've done it before, so if you need any help, hit me up.
I will, as a matter of fact, as soon as I get a better phone than this god-awful thing I tried to record with earlier. Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Anyways, yes. Yes, moving on along.
Moving along.
Yes, moving along. Yeah, once again, I had Sweet and I were talking not too long ago, and I once again I had to read a post about a no bullying, man. I mean, what?
Oh, that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't understand what's going on here, or why people feel the need to come on here and act like jackasses, and bully these other, poor guys around here. I mean, yeah, I believe I said this in my very first post I ever put on here, video-wise, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is supposed to be a fun place. Not just another bashing ground. I mean,
honestly, I totally agree with that. The amino, I had one of my friends, he's a longtime friend. I know him in real life, but he was in this a couple months ago. His name was Matt Man. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was very vocal about, wanting changes to the amino, about how people treat others.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally agree with him. People can give. So I've seen. He said this happened to me and him. One Bane, Akuma.
Yeah.
He left Amino for good a while back. He came back though. That's great. But
yeah.
He left. We both made posts about us honoring him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And my post got some slack because I mentioned Team Cerberus and stuff, but his post was only good vibes. He saw and he was like, "Oh, what the heck, man!" And he immediately turned on his phone, pressed blog, went off.
Mm-hmm.
And his viewpoints on his blog, I'm pretty sure it's still up if you want to read it.
Mm-hmm.
But I totally agree with what he was trying to say.
I'll definitely have to check that out then.
Yeah. Link in the description.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, this isn't YouTube, sorry. No. Anyway.
Yeah, anyways. Oh, man.
It's been fun,
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I probably have to get to bed now, but
Yeah, it's I don't even know what the hell time it is. It's what, about after 12 now?
it's 11:05 p.m. for me. But you know,
That's 11:05 for you?
yeah.
Yeah, it's 12:05 here, so.
It's been fun talking with you.
Absolutely, man. It's been wonderful having you on the show, Bunz. I'd be more than happy to have you on again anytime.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Once again, I want to thank you very much for sharing your knowledge and your insight, man. Very, very helpful.
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely, man.
I'm always trying to trying to figure out new decks that could be meta,
Mm-hmm.
or meta defining. I won't say now, but look out, everyone in the cash tournament.
Uh-oh. Okay, then.
Uncle Bunz has a special surprise for you.
Uncle Bunz. All right, then. Well, Uncle Bunz. Heard Uncle Bunz. All right, man. Well, Bunz, I know you're a very tired man. I don't want to keep you up all night. I'm not going to keep you on the horn too much longer. Like I said, it's been a blast having you on the show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely. No, thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime, brother. Anytime at all. Before you dip out, man, any words of encouragement or any thoughts you might want to give out? Speaking of which, you're participating in the upcoming war against Team Chimera too, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it will.
Everyone who's watching, if you ever have the feeling to bully someone or look down upon someone, think about, put yourself in their shoes and think about how you would feel if they did the same to you.
True that.
Because no one wants to be bullied.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Which it's an ongoing issue on this amino, or ongoing, and it just needs to stop, man.
I agree with you, man. I definitely agree with you. And of course, I mean, I've said this before. I mean, if I catch anyone bullying, man, I mean, I'm reporting them. So
yeah,
I mean that's cut and dry. There's no gray area there.
You're definitely. We in the staff, I'm sure I can speak for everyone. Encourage. If you see anyone bullying, before you want to report, talk to them first. Find out why, and if they don't stop, just report them, flag them.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Let Duke and Scum handle that.
Yep. And speaking of Scum, he has agreed to be a text guest on the show.
Does he?
Yeah. He said he does not want to be on camera. Or he doesn't want his voice to be heard, rather, which I can respect that because people like their privacy.
Yeah, and totally. But it's gonna be a fun episode.
Yeah, I think it will be. As I say that, laughing evilly. Just kidding, Scum. No, it's gonna be fun, dude. if you're watching, and I'm sure you are.
Anyway. Really nice being on here,
Oh yeah, wonderful, man.
Having a chance to talk about my thoughts on, general meta and stuff. It's been nice.
Absolutely, man, and it's been great having you on, Bunz.
Thank you. It's been great being on.
All right, brother.
But, I'll let you get to the bed. Sleep.
Yeah. It sounds like that's where you're headed too, my brother. But anyways, man, like I said once again, Bunz, extremely cool of you to come on. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll get to have you on again. And
I'll certainly try.
All right, brother. All right, well, Bunz, I'm gonna go ahead and cut you loose, my boy. You have a good night.
Alright, you too, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that was Bunz Glazing. Wonderful dude. Very, very cool person to talk to, man. Good card player, stellar card player. And will also be participating in the fun war that we're having with Team Chimera, which I do wish both teams the very best of luck. Pardon me. All right, folks. So it is getting to be later than heck, and I got to get up in the morning because, like it or not, with all this glitz and glamour, I still have to work for a living. All right, folks. So next time when we see each other again, man, I'll have a different guest and I'll have a better lineup of who I'm going to have on the show. Until then, it's your boy once again from somewhere semi-live on this planet, baby. It's King Joker coming at you with the last laugh. Y'all have a good night. Peace.